segment is sponsored by Pure Ludington. I am here on board the SS Badger in Ludington with Pure Ludington Executive Director Brandy Miller, and we are here on board with this beautiful view of your community.
Yes.
How lucky you are to live here. Lake Michigan, such a big part of the lifestyle in this community, and the SS Badger is all that, right?
Absolutely, yes. One of Ludington's icons and certainly one of the biggest attractions here in the Ludington area. It's a big piece of those of us who live here. Like, the sound of the Badger horn is certainly a sign that summer is here. And, you know, for visitors, the SS Badger is sometimes their first experience coming to Ludington. So it is a big piece of who we are and people's first experiences coming here, visiting Ludington, and then they fall in love. So it's great.
What's not to love? I've been to Ludington many times, never been on board the Badger, so this is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
It's actually a national historic landmark?
That it is, yes. Yep. It's one of the last coal-fired steamships in America, and it travels daily between Ludington, Michigan and Manitowoc, Wisconsin, and so people can experience Lake Michigan aboard this historic ship. On board, there is so much to do. It's a passenger ship, it's a way of transportation, but your vacation really starts when you step aboard. There's a museum, you can watch a movie, and of course you can play Badger Bingo, which is one of everyone's favorites.
Well, I don't know what that is, but I'm all about bingo, so that's fun. How long is the ride across the lake?
It's about 4 hours, and you can take your vehicle with you. You can bring a bike, or you don't even really need, if you're going to spend some time in Manitowoc, you can just come aboard without a vehicle. So very walkable community on the other side as well.
Very nice. They use this ship for many other things. Do I call it a ship?
Yes.
I don't want to call it a boat.
A boat,
like it's some
a ship,
small thing.
yes.
I was struck by how big it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is over 450 feet long, and it's been operating here on Lake Michigan since the 50s, and so it is very much a historic icon here in Ludington.
I saw them loading some of the vehicles. I mean, an RV, lickety-split right on board. They can take a lot of vehicles in the undercarriage of this ship.
Absolutely, yeah. Your standard personal vehicle, RVs, I've seen even pieces of wind turbines come off the ship. So it's used for commercial purposes as well. It's a great shortcut across Lake Michigan.
Yeah. Okay, I mentioned other events. So tell me a little bit about how else they use the ship.
Yeah, so the boat really is, you know, as I mentioned, a cross-lake connection to Wisconsin, but there are a lot of experiences if you don't need to make that cross-lake connection. They have open boat nights. Later in the season, they're going to have tours of the pilot house and the engine room, which is really exclusive access to areas that as a passenger people don't normally have. And of course, there's shoreline cruises, which take you along the Lake Michigan shoreline here on the Ludington side of the lake. And their next one is actually on July 4th. You get a great viewing of Ludington's fireworks, and then another experience for a shoreline cruise later in August. So great opportunities to experience the ship, even if you don't need to go to Wisconsin.
Yeah. This, as we say, is a great attraction for Ludington, but there is so much on shore.
Oh, absolutely.
And summer is quintessential in Ludington.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, Ludington is a great time in the summer to visit. And of course, the Badger is just kind of the beginning of those cultural and maritime historical assets in our community that you can experience. We have a beautiful Port of Ludington Maritime Museum that's in a decommissioned Coast Guard station and really has a lot about Lake Michigan shipwrecks and Ludington's maritime history that you can experience. But there are a lot of opportunities for people to just stumble across those too. Waterfront Park, which a lot of people like to grab an ice cream cone from House of Flavors and check out the view of the harbor and maybe catch the Badger coming and going. There are bronze sculptures within the park there that you can use your smartphone to scan a QR code and hear the history of what Ludington was like deep in our lumbering and shipping history. So lots to experience in and around Ludington and very accessible for people to do.
All right, and of course you can go to pureludington.com, find out all about what's happening in this beautiful lakeshore community. Thanks for inviting us up.
Yes, thanks for coming.